Hi, Mary here at Mary's Heirloom Seeds, and we are going to make planters out of food grade barrels. I mentioned in a previous video that we were able to obtain from a friend food grade barrels. These would usually either go in a dumpster or in a recycle bin, but we're going to go ahead and make planters out of them. So in order to do this, we have a 55-gallon blue barrel. It is food grade. We have a tape measure. We have string, which is optional, but that's up to you. We have a permanent marker to mark our barrel. Now we have a jigsaw and a drill. So these will come in handy when we get started to drill our barrel. We use this because we have to measure it. If you want to create a short barrel and a deep barrel, you're going to want to cut it a third. That way you have 2/3 for one barrel and a third for the other. But to make this easy, we're just going to do it in half. So that's going to be 17.5 inches. Now, in order to make my life easier when I'm trying to get this done, we use string. So the string came in handy because we have a bolt, totally optional, but that's what we're doing here. And we've measured out our string for 17.5 inches. This will allow me to hold on to the bolt at the top to make it easier to draw my line around the barrel. When we get started, we'll go ahead and drill a hole. You want your drill bit to be as wide or a little bit wider than the saw blade on your jigsaw. The drill hole is going to make it a lot easier for us to get started when we make our cutting. But first, we have to make our lines. It doesn't have to be exact, but it should be close. So we're just going to try and keep this as straight as possible and go around the barrel, okay? The barrel isn't going to be exactly the same on all sides, but it's pretty darn close. All right, so we have our line. Right? That is going to be half of our barrel. So from here, it's probably a good idea if you put your hair back before you get started. But if you notice, I don't have any jewelry on. I normally wear a necklace from Sunshine Homestead on Etsy, but today I took it off. I even took my wedding ring off because when I use power tools, I try not to have any jewelry that might get caught. So first we draw our lead hole with the drill. Pretty easy. Now we have our jigsaw. Being careful with the blade. There's a lead here that allows you to see where your line is around, and you want to keep it as close as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be close. To move it. I can't roll it all the way. On a round surface, it's a lot easier on a flat surface, but we're going to keep going. Almost there. All right, so now we have two halves that we can plant in. Now, one of these already has pre-made holes in them, so you won't necessarily have to drill extra holes. But as a planter, you definitely need holes in the bottom to allow for drainage. They don't need to be that big of a hole, so if you want to put something in there that's going to cover them up a little bit, that would be good. This one, on the other hand, there's no holes. So this would be a good time, if you're going to use this as a planter and not a second barrel to put this one in, like a water wicking system, you're definitely going to want to drill holes and make sure you have some drainage. I hope you enjoyed our tutorial. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at mary@marysheirloomseeds.com. If you're looking for seeds or other awesome tutorials, definitely check out our website, which is marysheirloomseeds.com. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and all that fun stuff. And happy planting.